Hi, I'm Karli Francis and welcome to your first guitar lesson. Alright, so we're going to start with the basics. We have the body of our guitar, we have the neck of our guitar, and we have the head of our guitar. And then this part is called the bridge, and this all the way on this side of your guitar is called the fretboard because it also has our frets. So each one of these little sections is a fret. So you have a fret 1, a 2, 3, 4, and all the way up. So they're numbered just like that. And then we have our strings. So these are probably one of the most important parts of our guitar. And we are going to tune them to standard tuning today. So a fun saying to remember the note names of your strings is Eddie, 8, Dynamite, Good, by Eddie. And then you are going to make sure that your guitar is tuned to those notes. And you'll want to do that every time you pick it up. So just so you get used to it, because there's nothing worse than playing something and all of a sudden being like, why does it sound funny? And then realizing that, oh, my guitar's just out of tune. So why don't we do that really quickly right now? We'll make sure our top string is an E. Then we have our A and our D. I almost said B. A G, our B, and our E. So along with note names, our strings also have numbers. Now we're going to start down here on the littlest string. And I want you to think little number, little string. So we have our string 1, our string 2, string 3, 4, 5, and 6. And you will hear me talk about guitar a lot in fret numbers and string numbers as opposed to string names. So, although sometimes I'll say your A string or your E string, so it's good to know both, but usually it'll be by the numbers. Okay, now the first thing that you want to do after tuning your guitar to get your hands acquainted with the strings, we're going to do a finger warm-up. So our finger numbers, we have our finger 1 is our pointer, finger 2, finger 3, and finger 4. We're going to start with our finger 1 on the first fret of the first string. And when you play it, you're going to want to play right behind this fret here. So you don't want to be on it. You don't want to be too far away from it. You want to be just right on it. And that's how you're going to get the best and easiest sound. And then you're just going to pluck just that one string. And then you're going to go to the second fret with your second finger on the first string, and then your third fret with your third finger on the first string, and then your fourth fret. And then you can just warm up your fingers any way you want here. So you can just stick on the first string if that's easier for you right now, depending on how comfortable you are with the guitar. You can do it any way. You can go and move up to the second string and do exactly the same thing on the second string. Eventually you will be going up and down doing all the strings. This is just a great way to, as I said, acquaint your fingers with the guitar, get them familiar, get them moving, and get them going. It builds calluses, it builds finger dexterity, and all those wonderful things, and will just make playing songs and riffs and everything like that a lot more fun. All right, so that's the first thing we're gonna do. And the next thing, we are going to learn a fun, easy riff. And you may recognize it, you may not, we shall see. But we're gonna start on your 6th string. So we're gonna start with it open. So when it's open, that's 0. We are just playing it with no fretting hand. So we're not pressing on any fret at all. And we're gonna play that 3 times slow. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3. Then 3 times quickly. 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to play our 3rd fret, and then we're going to play open again, and then your 5th fret, all in the 6th string. Then we're going to go 5, 3, and then start over again. So this one, when you're playing it, you can use, because it's your first time on guitar, don't worry so much about exactly which finger you're using, unless you really want to. But this one you could play it with one finger, or the way I would play it is using my first finger on the 3rd fret, and I use my 3rd finger on the 5th fret. So if that's too hard for you though, I'm just I think you should be more concerned about just playing it and having fun than working on getting exactly perfect fingering. But if you want to do it that way, you do it that way. All right, so this is another one, Bites the Dust. It's kind of a mix of like the bass line and guitar. It just has the melody of it, and it's just something fun to play. So let's do it again. We're gonna go 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 3, 0, 5. Then 5, 3. And again, 1, 2, and as you go, 5, 3. That's a little quick part at the end. So there's a fun, easy riff to practice on the guitar. If you wanted to find some more fun, easy riffs for beginners, you can check out the link in the description. I have some links there to some videos I made with some easy beginner riffs that you can try. All right, and then, so now we've been playing notes on the guitar. So notes on the guitar are just 1 fret, 1 string, single notes. We're gonna move on to playing some chords on the guitar. So chords, you're going to strum more than 1 string. So today we're just gonna learn 2 chords and we're gonna put them in a song. So we're gonna start with our D chord. So our D chord, we're gonna put our first finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, our 2nd finger on the 2nd fret as well, but on the 1st string, and we're gonna put our 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. And there you're gonna use just the tips of your fingers to press down. And again, make sure they're really close as you can to the frets, because that'll make it easier to play. And just strum the bottom 4. So that is our D chord. Now we are going to switch, but don't take your fingers off yet. We're going to switch to a G chord, and I'm going to tell you how to get there without lifting your ring finger. So we want to keep this dude down, and we can take the rest off. And first we're going to put our pinky underneath it, and we're going to put it on the 1st string 3rd fret. Then we're going to take our middle finger and we're going to reach it to the 6th string 3rd fret. And our first finger, is going to go on the 2nd fret on that 5th string. So 5th string, 2nd fret. And that is our G chord. Let's just play it a couple times. G. And now we're going to try to switch back again to our D without lifting that ring finger. So lift your fingers and put your first finger on the 2nd fret, 3rd string, 2nd finger on the 2nd fret, 1st string, and then you're back at your D. Just the bottom 4. Then we're going to do that switch again. So we're at our D. And now we want to put that pinky down, 1st string, 3rd fret, and lift the other 2 up on the 5th and 6th strings. Strum all of them for this lovely G. And if you find you're getting some muted strings like that, just bend your wrist here away from the guitar, and that should help open up some sound for you. And let's go back to our D. Try to keep that ring finger down if you can. And then we're just going to switch back and forth now to our G. And if we keep these going, this is actually a 2-chord song. So if you start on your D, we have What I Got by Sublime. It's just 2 chords back and forth, D to G. So we have a little faster than what we're doing, but we have love in G is what I got. They remember that. Back and forth. So your D, G, D, G. So that is it for your first lesson. You have lots to practice. So remember, tune your guitar before you start, then do a finger warm up, practice a nice fun riff, and then you can end with some chord switches and putting them to a song. So if you wanted to check out some other songs, I put the link in the description for some of my easier song tutorial. So if you are looking for something a little bit more and you want to really kickstart your guitar playing, you should check out my Guitar Beginner Bootcamp. Did someone say bootcamp? Hey, did you just start playing guitar? Or maybe you decided to dust off that old 6-string and you need a little kickstart to get you going. Maybe you've been playing for a bit, but you just aren't seeing the improvement you want to see. Well, I created a Guitar Beginner Bootcamp just for you. In just 10 minutes a day, 5 days a week, you can overcome those beginner plateaus and start building a habit of picking up your instrument and playing. So sign up today and I will see you there.